Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All right, Shalom, it's your brother Clyde from the city of Indianapolis. Cap, I want to start out by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakadash. The artists, our apostle, elders, great millstone, they teach real well. Peace, and safety to the whole elect, which is the truth week in, week out. And sincerity, charity, and love, and the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashim Shai, throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, I just want to get these people out here think they're ready for the coming of Yahweh Shemel Shai, but they have no idea. All right, the only men of the Lord are the ones who are truly seeking for the day of the Lord, man. All right, we're the only ones who are actually preparing ourselves to meet Yahweh Shai, man. You know, and that's why the word is blowing up at an all-time high right now, because the Lord is showing who's out here doing the works, man. You know, who's out here on their air game, man. Who's out here really seeking after him, you know? Nobody's doing, even though, hey, we could probably do more, man, but nobody's in the spirit of doing the work like the man, like the true elect, man. All right, Lord willing, we are some of those men in Great Millstone, or little we are those guys, but, I always reference Adam Anatazak. He says, if we not those guys, then who are? All right, we not those guys that's being persecuted, then who are? Not to wave off, but, these people really think that they're seeking out Yahweh Shema Shai, man, but really, man, they're not even preparing themselves. All right? They're not learning the true breakdowns. They're not learning the prophecies. All right, they just going with it with popcorn Christianity, all right, and so-called the word is in me. It's all type of crazy beliefs out here, man, but the men of the Lord are the ones who are actually after Yahweh Shema Shai, man. This is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 17. It says, I love them that love me. And how do you show the Lord that you love him? All right? It says, by his law, follow his law, statute, and commandments, man. That's the way to show Yahweh Shema Shai that you love him, man. All right? By following and seeking after him, man. It says, and those that seek me early shall find me. Right? We're seeking the Lord early, man. We're not waiting until we're in troubling times. Don't get me wrong. But we're not, all hell is not breaking loose. All right? Everything's not going crazy as it is about to. All right? But we're doing the work now. We're giving a warning, before the full storm comes. So we're seeking the Lord early, man. All right? We're finding him, man. We're finding them through our elders and apostles. We're finding them through the scriptures. We're finding them through the prophecy breakdowns. All right, we're finding them in his truth. All right, we're building a relationship with the Lord. We're talking to him. We're the ones that are really chasing after Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right, and these people got a rude awakening coming, man. They think it's going to be all good. Everything going to be all peaches and cream. All right, but the Lord has a wake-up call for these people, man. So-called. All right, this is the book Sirach, chapter 5 and verse 7, It says, make no tarry to turn to the Lord and put not off from day to day. Right, don't be waiting to come to Yahweh Shema Shai. Don't be, I got a brother who's, y'all watch the videos, man. I watch y'all every Sunday. You watching the hour camps, I'm watching the apostles. Yeah, but what are you doing other than watching? Are you trying to get out there? Not everybody got to be on the highways and byways, but we got to do more than just watch. Once you watch, then you learn. Once you learn, then you teach. It says, and put out off a day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and shall perish in the day of vengeance. Right, man. You put the Lord off from day to day. I'll come back to the hey, shalom. Y'all be out here, yeah, every day at this time, yeah. And Jake never shows back up, man. Without a shalom, and a salute, And you guys think you're hurting us. You're not hurting us. All right? You're not putting us off. Because guess what, man? The men of the Lord are going to do the work regardless. All right? Who you putting off is Yahweh Shem Shai. All right? Who you're lying to is the Lord. You know? Because when we out on the highways and byways, we're nothing but the vessels of Yahweh Shem Shai. We're there to teach our people their transgressions, teach our people the prophecies and what's going down, answer questions, let these heathens know that they're going into slavery. You know, we're going to do that job regardless. You know, Lord willing, Lord keep the spirit on us, man. All right, we're going to do our part. So don't think you shucking and jiving us, man. And don't think you shucking and jiving your Yahweh Shai, man, because what did he say, man? He said, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. All right? So you're going to be destroyed, man. Play with the Lord. I'll be back. I'm shot the wall, blah, 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 blah. Nah, man, the Lord not dealing with that, man. The Lord is dealing with sincere men. All right, we're going to go out here and teach his word. We're going to go ahead and do this work. All right? Rain, sleep, or snow. All right, that's what Yahweh Shemel Shai is dealing with, man. All right, I'm jump to the book of James. Chapter 4, verse 8. It says, I was trying to 7, man. It says, I'm trying to 7. It says, submit yourselves. Like, submit yourselves means to pretty much lay it all out there, man. All right? The Lord not looking for nobody to be half-assed, man. You know? And that go for all of us. You know? Myself as well. The Lord looking for us to be on point, man. I truly said we submit ourselves. I would give ourselves away unto Yahweh Shemel Shai. Our life is no longer ours, it's his. You know? So it says, submit yourselves, therefore, to Yahweh. It says, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Right? You got to submit yourself unto the Lord. Then you got to learn how to really resist Satan. Because temptation comes up at an all-time high as well, man. You know? It's never ending. You know, that temptation is never ending. It's not going to end until we get out of this fleshly body, man. All right? But if you submit yourself unto Yahweh, guess what, man? You know how to resist the devil, man. All right, through the word, through prayer, through fasting. You know these things by submitting yourself unto Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, like the Elder Ashai says, you know, the Lord didn't leave not one thing in the book that was unturned. All right, all our answers are right here. All right, we just got to submit ourselves to him. All right, and guess what? He's going to give that increase, and he's going to help us grow in this thing, man. All right, but this is the point I want is verse 8. It says, draw nigh unto Yahweh, and he will draw nigh unto you. Right, man. So you got to be seeking out the Yahweh Shem Shai, man, for the Lord to come to you, man. You can't be a weekend prophet. You know, every once in a while I'm going to tune in. You know, I'm going to come to the camp, you know, every blue moon. No, man, the Lord is looking for dedication. The Lord is looking for loyalty, just like you are. See, Jake want all the loyalty out that woman. Jake want the consistency out that woman. You know, Jake want that box out that woman. But, you know, the Lord don't want your box. You know, but Jake can give the Lord none of those consistent things that he's seeking for, man. The Lord is seeking for those same things: consistency, loyalty, dependable. You know, what's the word I'm looking for, man? Sincerity. A lot of the things that we're chasing after, you know, through the flesh, the Lord is looking through the spirit. And the men of the Lord are the ones who are going to be out here giving that to you, how about you, Shabbat. It says, cleanse your hands, you said this, purify your hearts, you double-minded. Right, man, cleanse yourself up, man. All right? There's only one way, and that's the way to Yahweh Shabbat Shai. And the true men of the Lord are the ones that's hastening in the day. All right, we're the ones that when we see the prophecies come across the news, man, we are the ones that enjoy. You know, we're the ones that are happy. You know, don't get me wrong. You know, some things Jake might be a little fearful of, but at the same time, man, we know who we serve. And the Lord has not really given us a spirit of fear. So I would say cautious, you know. But when we see these things, man, we rejoice, all right? Because we know what's coming. You know, through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. I'm going to jump to the book of Psalms. Chapter 14 and verse 2. It says, the Lord... Oh, no, 14 and 1, Salaki. It says, the fool have said in his heart, there is no power. All right, this is how it oozed over into our people, man. You know, this is why I wanted to bring this out, man. People, there is a living power. His name is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, he's come back to save his people. All right, the nation of Israel. All right, consisting of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, and that's the living power that we serve, man. You know, a black atheist is retardism, man. All right. You have to believe that out of all the atrocities and things that we went through, that somebody has to have our back. You know, something's going to have to happen for us, man. But it's not going to happen on this side. That's why we need to be seeking Yahweh Shema Shai right now on this side. That's why we need to be hastening the day of the coming of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. You know, doing this work that we may be saved. You know, I'm going to jump to Book of Matthew, then I'm going to close it out. All right, this is Matthew chapter 15 and verse 8. And this is Yahweh Shai's verse, man. It says, this people draw nigh unto me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Right, you know, those people who say, I can't wait till the Lord to come. And, you know, these people who act like they serve Yahweh Shema Shai, but they're really not. And it says their heart, which means their mind is far from him. All right? Their mind is not on the Lord. Their mind is not on the getting right. All right, their mind is on whatever else they got going on, man. Everybody got time for everything else but Yahweh Shema Shai, man. But keep that same energy. All right? And you don't have to front for us, man. All right? Because we don't care. All right? All we care about is our own soul of salvation, man. Chasing after Yahweh Shema Shai. Us seeking the Lord. How our relationship is with Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? We can't hold your hand into the kingdom. You know? It says, but in vain do they worship me, teach you for doctrines the commandments of men. And that's just how people going into all those different philosophies, man. You know? All those different religions and all that crap, man. There's only one way, and that's the truth, man. All right? It starts here at Great Millstone, man. All right? Great Millstone has the 100% truth, man. All right? And this is what the Lord is dealing with right now on this side, man, through the Spirit. You know, as you see various things happening around the world, man, the Lord, the elders and apostles, you know, they have not wavered, man. All right, we are to mark the perfect man, so we're seeking the Lord the same way, man. You know? And so Lord, when this was edified to the body, and with that, I want to give all praise for it and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakudash. That we're all the side apostle, elders, great millstone, and teach you well. Peace, blessings, safety for the hopeful that push this truth. Week in, week out, sincerity, charity, and love. And the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, to the four corners of the earth. With that, we want to say shalom.